Hi, and welcome to Cosmic Consciousness with Cassia. On this channel, we discuss all aspects of the awakening process. I offer a whole variety of different services to aid you in your awakening journey, and you can find those listed in the description box below. Today, we're going to be talking about keeping your energy field clear and different techniques and tips that I have for doing that. I'm finding this to be increasingly, it's always important, right? But increasingly important right now, just with everything that we have going on in the world. As the Ascension is really kicking into high gear, and by the Ascension, I mean the mass spiritual awakening that's going on the planet, as we are ascending into a higher vibration of consciousness, right? A higher dimension. And so in order to do that, we're releasing all that is not compatible with that vibration that we're rising into. And so this is happening to the planet, and as it's happening to the planet, it's happening to us. And us being every single one of us, right? Like we are one collective. And so we are collectively going through this experience. And what that means is that all of this fear and all of this anxiety and all of these lower vibrational emotions that are living within the earth, right? That are living within the earth's energy field, our personal energy fields, are all coming up to be cleared. We see this collective shadow process going on the entire earth. And it's affecting every single one of us, both individually and on a collective scale. And so if our energy field isn't clear and our energy field isn't strong, what's happening is, in addition to what's going on with ourselves personally, we're also picking up on the energies of the entire collective, right? A lot of people tuning into this channel are probably empaths. And so an empath is somebody who picks up on the vibrations and the energies around them, and oftentimes unknowingly takes on those energies as their own. So if you're an empath, or you suspect you might be, or just like hearing that kind of like rings a little bell in your head, and you're like, oh my God, when I go into a place where people are really stressed out, like it affects me really intensely, or something like that, right? Like you probably are an empath. And so this is going to be especially important for you. But we're picking up on all of this collective energy, right? So I know I personally have experienced bouts of intense anxiety, like actual panic attacks, which I haven't had in quite a long time, that just come on with absolutely no warning. Just a lot of emotions welling up within me, anxiety being the biggest one, that sometimes are my own, but a lot of times aren't. It's just stuff that I'm picking up. And so I'm having to be especially careful about keeping my energy field clear and consistently clearing my energy field. And I know if I'm dealing with this, a lot of you are dealing with this too. So I wanted to, as I said, share some tips and tricks that I've kind of picked up along the way that can help with that. And I want to put out there first and foremost that I am an energy healer. I'm a Reiki master and a Belvaspata master. Belvaspata translates roughly to angelic healing of the heart. And so it works with divine beings. It works with different rays of light and emotion to really heal the heart chakra and to heal the entire energy field. It's an energy healing modality that was downloaded as a response to the changing energies on the planet as this ascension really began to kick into gear. And it's so helpful and can be such an indispensable tool to have access to. So if you are interested in that, please get a hold of me. My email is in the description box below. That can be really helpful. But you guys, like, you need some stuff that you can do on a daily basis for yourselves, right? If you guys are, do practice Reiki or anything like that, this is definitely a good time to step up your self-care with your self-Reiki and stuff like that. I highly recommend that. If you haven't been attuned to Reiki or something like that, I recommend doing that as well. I offer distance attunements, so you can also contact me about that. But there are other simple things that you can do. So what are some of these things, right? Stop talking and tell us the things. One of the simplest things you can do is just go out in nature. Disconnect from people for a little while and go out into nature. If you can do this with bare feet, that can be really helpful. We call this grounding. Just like really getting connected with the earth. I'm not always one to go out in my bare feet unless I'm somewhere really that feels really comfortable to me. So a lot of times, I live in a more urban type area as well, so I don't have a lot of nature. Like I can go to it, but it's not like right out my front door, but there is usually dirt or something like that. So or a tree. So I'll touch a tree. I'll place my hands in the dirt. Your hands work as well as your feet. Your feet are doing that is phenomenal if you have access to it. Laying in the grass, anywhere where you can really connect with nature and disconnect from people can be really essentially helpful. The earth, Gaia, is so healing, and she is so supportive and so ready to lend you her energy should you need it. You can imagine roots growing through your feet, and then imagine them trickling down through the different layers of the earth until they connect to the core of the earth, and just drawing that energy back up through your body. That can be very, very helpful. And any of those things where you're connecting and just synchronizing with nature, and imagining, sometimes when I put my hands down on the earth, I imagine the earth just taking all the energy that I no longer need or that I no longer want anymore. And I know that she knows exactly what to do with that, and she can transmute that and move through that and help me move through that. So that can definitely be an indispensable tool. You can check out, if you go on different channels on YouTube and look up binaural beats, there are binaural beats that can help with energy clearing and chakra clearing. So listening to some of those, it's a different frequency that they play in each ear. It's the best with headphones because of this, right? And as your ears hear these different frequencies, your brain creates a different frequency as a result of these two frequencies. And so that affects your entire vibration, the vibratory rate of all of your cells, of your energetic systems. And that can be really calming and really soothing. I've listened to those even during panic attacks before to help me get through them. I mean, when I tell you guys I have anxiety, I'm not joking about that. I've had times where I had to put on binaural beats, where I had to say affirmations to myself over and over again, like, you're safe, you're okay, you're loved, just until I felt better. And that can take a long time sometimes. Like, this is no joke. I really, truly feel for anybody who is picking up on these energies as anxiety, because it can be absolutely crippling. So that's why I'm making this video, especially, is to help you guys who are dealing with that, just because on a personal level, I know how much that sucks. But just even if you're not picking up on a lot of this stuff, it's really good to keep your energy field clear anyway. So yes, binaural beats, grounding, breath work, breathing exercises can really help. Like, breath work can help to clear that energy. It gets the energy moving. It helps to purge energy. Anything that you do that's helping you to move is helping you to purge energy, right? If you're dancing, if you're yawning, if you're laughing, experiencing your emotions, all of that different stuff purges energy. So you really want to get your body moving. If your body feels like it wants to move, honestly, even if your body doesn't, and this is advice that I need to follow, sometimes it can really help to move it anyway. And sometimes I think we actually have a lot of pent up anxiety, like we're pulling in all this anxiety and then it's just sitting within us because we're not moving and helping to release it. So that can be absolutely helpful as well. You can do different energy clearing meditations. I'm probably going to record right after this and post an energy clearing meditation for you guys to try if you want, but there are tons of them all over YouTube. You bringing the light down through each one of your chakras, if you're familiar with the chakra system, going through the layers of your aura and clearing that out, that can definitely be helpful. So yeah, I've been meaning to do this for a really long time. I will post a meditation for that right after I'm done recording this, and I'll record those two together, and I'll link that in this video so that you can check out that meditation if you guys would like to, because that can absolutely help. Another thing that's a lot quicker that I do sometimes is I just ask my guides to create an impenetrable shield around my energy field. I ask them to clear my energy field, clear all energies that don't belong to me, all energies that no longer need to belong to me, that have outlived their use. And then I ask them to put a force field around my energy field that keeps out all unwanted energies, allowing in only the highest vibrational energy that is appropriate and nourishing for me at this time. And so that can be really helpful. Your guides are always there willing to do that. All they're waiting for is for you to ask with any of this stuff. Like, they are always there to help. They just, they respect free will. So we have to ask first. So you can absolutely ask them for assistance with any of this stuff, and they will come through and they will assist you. But these other things really help as well, right? We can use crystals to help clear our energy fields. You can use sage or Palo Santo or something like that. Bring it up your entire body, around your limbs, circle it around your head. I like to gently breathe in the Palo Santo when I'm clearing my energy field with that. I mean, if you breathe it in too hard, you're going to start coughing. Like, it's pretty intense. But, just a little bit of it to get it, in my system and really cement in that clearing. So Palo Santo is my personal favorite. We all have our personal favorites. There's other herbs that you can use as well that can be very helpful Water is extremely helpful for clearing the energetic field. So like taking a shower, just imagining all of that energy melting off of you and going down the drain. You can take a bath as well. It's summertime. I'm not super into baths even in the winter. I make myself take them because I know they're good and detoxifying for me, but I'm really not into them. So in the summer, I'm definitely not. But even a foot soak can help. So this helps with actual toxins in our bodies when we add pink salt. I'm a big fan of pink Himalayan salt, sea salt, Epsom salts, any of that stuff with a little baking soda, maybe a little hydrogen peroxide. That can help to clear out toxins physically and also energy. And so if I do take a bath when I'm done, I unplug the drain and I stay in the tub and I watch the water draining and just imagine any last vestiges of what I'm releasing going down the drain. So that I've found to be incredibly healthy and helpful when it comes to clearing my energetic field. So those are just a few of the little tips and tricks. I mean, the most important thing is our intention is our most powerful tool. So if you set the intention to clear your energetic field, that's already happening. I feel like a lot of these things that we do are just the way to get ourselves engaged in the process so that we believe a little more that it's happening. But as soon as we set that intention, that is actually happening for us. It's just sometimes we also have to be willing to release the things that are trying to go. And so if we have attachment to those things, that's going to make that process last a little bit longer, which is why I also recommend reaching out for an energy healing, because that can help to facilitate that releasing process and us sort of understanding and working through some of those attachments that we have to some of those energies that are trying to leave us. And another thing that I do sometimes is I just lay down and I take a nap. And when I'm doing that, I ask my angels and my guides to come through and clear my field and just fill me up with any of the high vibrational energies that they want to fuel me with at this time that will help to cleanse me and help to clear me. And that I found can be really helpful and soothing as well, is just to lay there and allow them to send me that energy. So I hope that this video was helpful for you guys. I hope that you try out a few of these different things. Oh, I also want to mention you want to take a lot of care. Like, you want to clear your chakras and all of that, but you also want to care for your aura. So really imagining bringing the light through your aura. And an exercise that I was taught that can be really helpful is to imagine wherever your aura may be, because our auras can stretch really far. I mean, they can stretch states away if we want them to. If we're trying to sense somebody or something that's far away from us and our mind is on them, our auras can stretch all the way out to that. So just trying to sense where that is and then pulling that field in, setting that intention to pull that field in until it's about 18 inches from your body, because that's where the aura belongs. And this is another thing when it comes to being an empath that empaths tend to do a lot. One of the things that creates empathic abilities is trauma, right? And so empaths tend to have trauma. And one of the things that we do is we want to be able to sense what's going on around us so that we can protect ourselves as well as protect the people that we love. Unfortunately, when we're trying to sense things that are around us, what we're doing unconsciously is extending our aura. But then what happens is we extend our aura so wide that what we're actually doing is bringing those things into our aura that we're trying to sense to protect ourselves from. And we don't want to do that. So just consciously bringing that aura in, calling your aura back in until it's about 18 inches from your body. And then just going through. Your aura has 7 layers. They correspond to the main 7 chakras. So just going through and imagining bringing white light down through each layer of the aura. And just healing it, healing anywhere where there's any state of disrepair that you sense, until you imagine these 7 layers of beautiful glowing lights around your energy field, around your body. So that can be a really helpful exercise to start trying as well. Just working with any of these things and working on keeping your energy field clear. If you do this for 21 days, it takes about 21 days to create a habit. And so you can make this become a habit for yourselves that feels a lot more natural when you get into the rhythm of it and you really start doing it. I think this is really helpful for me too, because I don't do it all the time. And really, if I started my day with that and did that several times a day, I might not get to the point where I'm having a panic attack right? And then I'm trying to clear my aura, but I'm also in the middle of this panic. So this is a good note for me. This is why I love like going over this stuff with you guys and making these videos for you guys, because it reminds me of the things that I need to be doing for myself. So really just making it a habit to do this stuff consistently can help prevent this stuff from adding up and piling up to the point where we then feel like we're having a nervous breakdown. And so, yeah, I think that I am going to end that now, unless anything else pops up as I'm sort of concluding this video. But definitely check out the meditation that is going to be listed below as well if you want a meditation that you can go through to help cleanse and clear your energetic field. And just continually set that intention and just know that you do not have to take on anything that is not yours. That is not your job. That is not your responsibility. You do not need to do it. You have complete control and authority over your own energetic field, and you can reclaim that. It just takes some time and some practice when it's a new skill that we haven't built yet, and it's not something that we're used to doing or even being conscious of. Becoming conscious of the fact that you need to clear your energy field is the first step towards having a healthy energetic system, is just understanding that it exists and understanding that it is asking for some attention, right? And at this time, I think a lot of our energy fields are just asking for more attention. Like they're growing, they're expanding, and they need our support and our love during that process. And the cleaner and clearer they are, the more they're able to grow and expand and evolve as well. If you like this video, give it a like. If you want to catch more videos, click the subscribe button with the little squigglies so you get all the notifications. There is a link to download, or I always say download, I don't know why, to donate to my channel down below if you do feel so moved to do that. And as I said, check out my different services that I offer, especially the energy healings, the Belvaspata above all else. It can be extremely helpful if you're dealing with a lot of this stuff right now, this anxiety, these emotions and these feelings coming up, and just like the bombardment of all the energies from the collective and from your own releasing process that are coming up and that are just wanting to be transmuted. I can absolutely help with that. I love you all so very, very much, and I will talk to you soon. Have a good night.